Most people think the Nintendo Switch is just a casual console, but if you play single-player games, this system is quietly stacked with some of the deepest worlds, smartest design, and most memorable stories in modern gaming. From punishing skill-based combat to slow-burn emotional RPGs, these aren't time killers, they're full experiences built for solo players. If you care about immersion, challenge, and games that respect your time, this list is for you. If freedom is your favorite feature in a single-player RPG, Xenoblade Chronicles X is one of the boldest games Nintendo has ever allowed. Set on the alien planet Mira, you play as a customizable survivor working with Elma and the organization Blade after Earth's destruction. This game is about scale, giant continents, enemies that dwarf you, and systems that don't hold your hand. Combat blends MMO-style cooldowns with positioning and party synergy, rewarding preparation and understanding rather than button mashing. The true magic lies in exploration, discovering hidden regions, uncovering lore, and eventually piloting massive scales, which completely change traversal and combat. Xenoblade Chronicles X is a single-player RPG that trusts you to explore, fail, and grow on your own terms. Dark Souls doesn't tell you a story, it makes you survive one. Set in the decaying world of Lordran, he played the chosen undead, piecing together lore through environments, enemy placement, and cryptic NPCs like Solaire and Firekeeper Anastasia. Combat is slow, methodical, and unforgiving, demanding patience and discipline. Every shortcut unlocked feels like progress earned, not given. Boss fights test observation and adaptability rather than reflexes alone. As a single-player experience, it's deeply personal. Your mistakes, your victories, your journey. Dark Souls Remastered is one of the purest examples of single-player design built on respect, consequence, and mastery.
My name's John Marston. I'm here to bring two men to justice. Bill Williamson.
This isn't a power fantasy, it's a farewell tour. You play as John Marston, a former outlaw forced to hunt his old gang to protect his family. The world moves slowly, intentionally. Horse rides, quiet conversations, and moral choices shape the experience. Gunfights are grounded, not flashy, and the open world feels alive through small human interactions. The strength of Red Dead Redemption lies in its writing. Every mission reinforces themes of redemption, change, and inevitability. Red Dead Redemption is single-player storytelling at its most mature and emotionally honest. This world doesn't want you here, and that's what makes it special. You play as the Silent Knight, exploring the fallen kingdom of Hallownest. Gameplay centers on tight combat, precise movement, and deliberate exploration. Each area introduces new mechanics that demand mastery, not luck. Characters like Hornet and Quirrell add emotional weight without over-explaining. Death is punishing but fair, and progression feels earned through skill. Hollow Knight is a masterclass in atmosphere, challenge, and player-driven discovery. Pokémon finally feels alive again. Set in Lumio's city, this entry focuses on urban development, real-time mechanics, and deeper lore surrounding Mega Evolution. Battles flow faster, exploration is more dynamic, and Pokémon behavior feels more natural. Instead of following a rigid gym structure, the game encourages observation, experimentation, and immersion. Pokémon Legends ZA proves single-player Pokémon can evolve without losing its identity.
We
we've reason to believe the trouble brewing on Olympus is significantly worse than it appears.
Every escape attempt tells a story. You play as Melino, princess of the underworld, fighting through mythological realms to confront Kronos. Combat is fluid, fast, and deeply customizable through boons and weapons. Each run advances character relationships, making failure part of progression. The game balances mechanical mastery with narrative payoff, making solo play endlessly rewarding. Hades 2 sets the gold standard for narrative-driven roguelike single-player design. Worship has consequences. As a resurrected lamb serving the one who waits, you build and manage a cult while cleansing lands through roguelike combat. Gameplay alternates between fast dungeon runs and strategic base management. Your choices, sacrifice, mercy, manipulation, shape the cult's survival. Cult of the Lamb thrives as a single-player game by blending humor, darkness, and meaningful decision-making.
The people of Cornea are suffering, crying out for whatever help will hear their pleas. Should I turn a deaf ear to those voices, I would have little and less claim to the crown I feel is mine.
Unicorn Overlord doesn't rush you, it dares you to think. Set in a politically fractured fantasy world, you follow Prince Elaine, a rightful heir fighting to reclaim his kingdom from occupation. What makes Unicorn Overlord special as a single-player game is its emphasis on preparation over reaction. Combat plays out in real time, but success is determined before the battle even starts, through unit composition, positioning, and synergy. Each squad feels like a puzzle, and victories feel earned through planning, not luck. The art direction elevates every encounter, turning battles into living storyboards. As a solo experience, it rewards patience, foresight, and long-term thinking, making the player feel like a true commander rather than just a participant. Unicorn Overlord is a single-player strategy RPG that respects intelligence and rewards deliberate decision-making.
That you possess extraordinary magical ability.
We can expect great things from you.
Another beginning of a bright and magical future.
I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me, isn't there?
Jump!
Walking through Hogwarts alone still feels magical. You play as a customizable fifth-year student, gifted with the ability to wield ancient magic, uncovering secrets buried deep within the wizarding world. As a single-player experience, Hogwarts Legacy thrives on immersion, attending classes, learning spells, and exploring iconic locations like Hogwarts Castle and Hogsmeade. Combat blends spell combos, positioning, and cooldown management, offering accessibility without sacrificing depth. While the Switch version makes visual compromises, the heart of the experience remains intact: exploration, discovery, and personal progression. Side characters and quests add emotional texture, making the world feel lived in. Hogwarts Legacy proves that a strong fantasy world can carry a single-player game beyond technical limits. Tears of the Kingdom doesn't ask how you solve problems, it asks if you can imagine solutions. Returning as Link, you explore a layered version of Hyrule that includes the skies above and the depths below. Gameplay revolves around creativity, building machines, manipulating physics, and solving puzzles in countless ways. Combat remains flexible, allowing experimentation rather than enforcing rigid solutions. Storytelling is environmental and optional, rewarding curiosity rather than forcing exposition. As a single-player experience, the game empowers autonomy. You feel ownership over every solution you create. Tears of the Kingdom is the definition of player-driven single-player design.
Vampire.
Is it 1358 yet?
No.
Then fuck.
Every choice matters because this world remembers you. You play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter navigating political conflict, personal relationships, and moral ambiguity. Combat emphasizes preparation, potions, oils, and enemy knowledge, while quests are deeply written, often presenting no clear right answer. Characters like Ciri, Yennefer, and Triss add emotional depth that carries through the entire journey. Even on Switch, the scale and narrative integrity remain intact. As a single-player game, The Witcher 3 excels by making the player feel responsible for the world's outcomes. The Witcher 3 remains one of the strongest examples of meaningful single-player storytelling ever created. Solitude is the soul of Metroid. Once again stepping into the suit of Samus Aran, Metroid Prime 4 promises atmospheric exploration, environmental storytelling, and isolation-driven tension. The Prime series is built around scanning, backtracking, and gradual empowerment, making discovery feel personal. The lack of constant dialogue enhances immersion, letting environments tell the story. As a single-player experience, Metroid thrives on silence, curiosity, and mastery. Metroid Prime 4 is designed for players who value immersion over noise. Some games pull you forward with mystery, not mechanics. Absolum leans heavily into atmosphere, narrative intrigue, and controlled pacing. Exploration is deliberate, encouraging players to observe environments rather than rush objectives. Gameplay supports the story, emphasizing tension and discovery over action-heavy systems. As a single-player experience, it works because it trusts the player to stay engaged through curiosity rather than constant rewards. Absolum succeeds by making mystery its strongest mechanic. Progress doesn't always need pressure. You inherit your grandfather's neglected farm and begin a new life in Pelican Town. Farming, mining, fishing, and social relationships all progress at your pace. Characters have schedules, personalities, and emotional arcs that unfold naturally. There's no fail state, only personal goals. As a single-player game, Stardew Valley excels because it gives control back to the player, offering comfort, freedom, and quiet satisfaction. Stardew Valley is one of the most relaxing and rewarding single-player experiences ever made. Pokémon finally stepped out of its comfort zone. Set in the ancient Hisui region, you focus on exploration and research rather than linear progression. Pokémon behave naturally in the environment, requiring observation and strategy to catch. Battles feel faster and more dynamic, while the story builds lore around the origins of the Pokémon world. As a single-player experience, it emphasizes independence, curiosity, and experimentation. Pokémon Legends Arceus reshaped what a Pokémon single-player game can be.
Go ahead, give me orders. It's time to measure your worth as an instructor.
Every decision echoes long after the battle ends. You play as Byleth, a professor at Garreg Monastery, guiding students from one of 3 houses led by Edelgard, Dimitri, or Claude. Tactical combat is deep and deliberate, but the emotional weight comes from relationships and choices. Characters evolve based on your guidance, and story paths diverge dramatically. As a single-player game, it blends strategy with personal responsibility, making war feel intimate rather than abstract. Fire Emblem Three Houses is strategy storytelling at its most emotionally powerful. Sometimes the quietest journey leaves the biggest impact. You play as a stray cat navigating a decaying cyberpunk city inhabited by robots. Gameplay focuses on exploration, light puzzles, and environmental storytelling. Without traditional dialogue, emotion comes from movement, music, and visual cues. As a single-player experience, Stray thrives on simplicity and atmosphere, letting players absorb the world at their own pace. Stray proves that restraint can be just as powerful as spectacle. Exploration without a finish line. You play as a lone traveler in an infinite universe, discovering planets, species, and stories through exploration. Over time, updates transformed the game into a rich single-player sandbox. The absence of pressure allows players to set their own goals, surveying worlds, following narrative threads, or simply wandering. No Man's Sky is a single-player experience defined by freedom and persistence. This game hides its secrets in plain sight. You control a small fox adventurer exploring a mysterious world with no direct instructions. Progression is tied to knowledge, learning how systems work through discovery. Combat is challenging and demands precision, while exploration rewards observation and curiosity. As a single-player game, it treats the player as an equal, not a student. TUNIC is a brilliant example of trust-driven single-player design. Precision is survival. Inspired by Eastern mythology, Nine Souls combines parry-focused combat with narrative depth. Every encounter demands timing, patience, and mastery. The story unfolds alongside the challenge, reinforcing themes of struggle and perseverance. As a single-player experience, it thrives on intensity and focus, rewarding players who commit fully. Nine Souls is a single-player game built for those who seek challenge with meaning.